I wanted to replace the blocks on the front seat of the Trans Am. Those blocks were used to mount the guides for the shoulder belts. I deleted the shoulder belts in the car and I'm just using lap belts. So I wanted to make something that was a little bit cleaner, and also you'll notice on the seats there's a little area of the seat frame that pushes out underneath the seat cover, and so I wanted to cover up that as well. What I needed to do is create a model in the Blender 3D modeling software. I had to use the original mounting screw holes. I wanted to cover up that area where the seat frame pushed out underneath the fabric, and I wanted the contours to match the seat. So I wanted to create a clean cover and make it fit well and look good. Once I had the covers modeled in Blender, I then exported the file as an STL and loaded it into the Cura slicing software. And Cura takes the file and manipulates it into a format that the 3D printer can read. Here are the finished parts on my 3D printer. Now, I just got into 3D printing, and I have a budget 3D printer. It's an entry-level printer. I paid $280 for it, and with a few upgrades, I have about $330 in it. So the print quality could be a little better, but for the money I paid, I'm pretty happy with it. So these are the printed covers. Here I show the original left seat block, and I have the right seat, the new right seat cover. And you can see about what the size difference. You can see with the cover where I reinforce the screw holes. You can see the contours of the cover that allow it to fit the seat closely. And the print, for a low dollar printer, I mean, it looks pretty good. I got chamfered holes for the screws, and once it's painted, it looked pretty decent. It's a little bit thinner than the original factory block, and it's a little bit wider to cover that spot. Here you can see I have the left side cover on, and like I mentioned before, the cover uses the original screw holes. And you can see how the cover fits the seat contours. It's a little bit lower in profile than the original factory block. And again, here's a quick look at the factory block for the shoulder belt guide and the area that pushes out underneath the seat cover. And here's the new 3D printed cover. Now I'll paint these. There's some other interior parts I need to get, and when I get those, and since there's a little bit of a special process involved, I'll paint a bunch of the new interior parts at the same time. So for now, it's just going to stay in this pale gray color. Well, like always, thanks for watching. I think a 3D printer is just another tool we can use in our hobby. And with a little bit of imagination, I think we can come up with all sorts of uses for it.